time that they will be reviewing what's it called now, the monetary policy rate. The third time. It started from 18.75%. It was moved to 22.75%. Again, now we have it at 24 point, later on rather, to 24.75%, and right now 26.25%. And all of this just to ensure that inflation does not increase in Nigeria. But that is not working. It seems we're doing the same things and expecting a different result. What does this say about this approach by the CBN?
Well, it's just academic exercise that so far in Nigeria they have not been pragmatic. They have not been producing the desired results, and I think they need to look inward. Some of these principles, they have to domesticate them. They have to make them more adaptable to the realities on ground. Because if you increase the interest rate
Mm.
to 18.5 and the
From 18.5 at the time in
yes
February to
to
22.75.
22.75,
Today we have it at
and
26.25.
it still went up, and the cost of living kept increasing,
Mm.
and the inflation still kept increasing.
Mm.
You understand? So you see that it's not working, and they keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. That's where it's so confounding. That what was their ulterior motive? If the motive is to stem is inflation and make the cost of living bearable for Nigerians, evidently they are not achieving that, but they still keep doing the same thing.
Mm.
So that's where I don't really understand. And last week we were like sighing relief that okay, they've reverted to status quo on the electronic cyber security
Levy.
levy.
Yeah. Mm.
So this week again, now they are coming again with interest rate. It's as if kọ́ṣà gbọ́dọ̀ gbaṣá ni, they must just pay, they must just do something, and they are pushing Nigeria. And here is Labour asking for salary increase. Here is ASU threatening indefinitely strike. And all these things, they are coming together. It's as if our leaders, our federal government, they are not listening.
I need us to look at it from another perspective, from the CBN's perspective. What do you think they're trying to do with this? I mean, we have already said, oh, it's not working. It seems not to be working over time. But could there be some positives to this particular move they're making, especially when you consider how the private sector is growing? I mean, they can see it already. They know that the private sector may not be able to repay their loans, especially if the profit margin is not wide. Mm. Is there something the CBN is seeing in this situation that maybe the layman, you're into accounting, maybe there's something, maybe theoretically, that they see?
Yes, of course. CBN is trying to tighten the inflation,
Mm-hmm.
trying to bring it back. Bring it down from what it is now to a bit lower than what it is at the moment. And that is one of the reasons why they are pushing for the increase in the interest rate. Yes. From the bank, so that people will not approach the bank to seek for more money. But then, if that is one aspect of these macroeconomic policies of the bank, of the government. But if you look at it, let's put it in perspective. The economy is already shrunk. The economy is already tightening. So now coming with this again, then you are adding more burden to people, because people don't have money to trade, they don't have money to do businesses. Companies cannot go to banks. Of course, those that even have loans to pay at the banks, they have loans to pay at all their institutions, they could not even afford to pay. So you are now adding more burdens to them. That is it in one aspect of it. So now that's why I said the CBN has need to go back to the drawing board and look at the other ways, not only in the areas of increasing the interest rate. They have to look at other areas. Where is this economic, where is it leaking from? Where are the issues we are having? Apart from this issue of interest rate, there are other areas they can look at. Of course,
their own is monetary policy.
Yes.
Maybe the government looking at it. That's where the fiscal policy comes in. Issues of taxation. Of course, we've seen Nigerians kick against some of this areas of taxation. But that's part of fiscal policy. And of course, government spending. What area should government put money into at this time to ensure that there's more employment for Nigerians and, of course, the economy gets more money?
Yes, government had to look at how to create more enabling environments for people to be able to, for businesses to thrive. Then injecting more money into the system so that people can, like infrastructure now. Once we are doing a lot of constructions and all these projects that are doing, then people will be able to, gainfully employed, and people can have money to spend. And even if people have money to spend, of course they will have more to save as well. So it's not about spending, it's a two-way thing, spending and saving. But if you don't have the money, then how do you spend and how do you save?
Do you see the government spending enough at this time
No, not at all.
in terms of infrastructure?
Not at all.
Not
Because
at all.
I've not seen any projects they are on with
Okay.
now.
In a moment, we'll be talking about what's it called now? The minimum wage, the new or reviewed minimum